From a gameplay perspective, Wrecking Ball is one of, if not the most insane character in any video game I've ever played. Considered by many in the community to be a throw pick, one of, if not the worst characters in Overwatch 2. He is the least played tank in competitive, and yet, on paper, Wrecking Ball is broken. Like, he has the best mobility in the game, he's the only character who can third-person peek, which means he gets better visibility when he's hiding. He has shielding that gets stronger the worse his positioning is. Like, in a hypothetical scenario where your team has fantastic synergy and the Wrecking Ball is hitting all of their abilities, managing their cooldowns correctly, getting megas, has great map knowledge, not only is that Wrecking Ball dominating, they are also unkillable. And as a support main, I can attest that there are very few things as demoralizing as hitting tab and seeing a Wrecking Ball, Doomfist, Tracer, Genji on the enemy team with 0 deaths. Like, that person is just doing whatever they want. They're having a great time, clearly. We're all trying our best and we can't kill them. So, Wrecking Ball is awful, and Wrecking Ball is also broken. Both of those things being true at the same time means that if you pick Wrecking Ball in a quick play lobby, you have inflicted psychic damage on all other 9 players. Everyone in the lobby now has the pre-tilt debuff. To win as Wrecking Ball in a quick play game, you do not even need to be playing well the entire game. You just need to be playing well for 2 to 3 team fights in a row, and that is enough to discourage at least one person on the enemy team into leaving. And from there, it's just a whole domino effect of salt and hurt feelings and unbreakable, unstoppable, invincible. Conversely, if you are playing poorly as Wrecking Ball for 2 to 3 fights in a row, everybody else on your team is going to immediately assume, oh, okay, this ball's throwing, this ball doesn't know what they're doing, I'm out of here. I'm not healing that. To put it more eloquently, Wrecking Ball has both the highest skill ceiling and skill floor of any character in the game. And it seems like everyone kind of knows that already, based on what a taunt it feels like to even be playing the character at all, and especially to be playing them well. Because you are demonstrating a level of confidence and competence in your ability with a character that a loud subset of the player base has written off as unviable. And so your thriving as that character is rife for generating envy. I know from experience, I will never be good with Widowmaker. I hate Widowmaker. And Wrecking Ball is the ultimate anti-Widow character. And I am out for revenge, dog. All those times Widow got me, it is time for you to get yours. When I'm playing Wrecking Ball, I don't want to see you playing Widowmaker. You're not allowed to play Widowmaker. I'm going to take my outstretched arm, put my palm on your forehead. You're not taking one step forward playing that Widowmaker. It's just too much fun to be a problem in this game. There are few feelings similar to the rush of rolling around in the backline, knowing that multiple people on the enemy team are pinging your position the second they see you. And they are right to do so, because in quick play, almost no one is in comms. And if you are being greasy and cheesy, slipping and sliding around with the movement, it is going to take a coordinated team effort to kill you. With the exception of a few characters, if not everyone on the enemy team is shooting you at the same time, you can get away with some insane stuff that you should not be able to. Like, look at this. Look at that! If I was that Kiriko, dog, I would think about leaving the game for that one. Both tanks with CC are in front of me, the ball is just hanging in the air for a second and still slams on me. No. With Wrecking Ball, you retreat from a losing team fight and then set up for the next one within seconds. And it really took me a minute to get a groove for that kind of thing. I am by no means an expert now. Really, I'm just a voice on your internet-enabled smart device. But I got a clip right here that exemplifies all of the terrifying lows, dizzying highs, and wrecking balls of playing Wrecking Ball. So I'm getting out from the last fight here, waiting to regroup. We see the bot moving, and here we go. I'm about to mess up my engage. Let's just swing right in front of them. They start pressing S as they should, start shooting at me. Mercy did not see the Bastion go into his turret mode and third-person peek, like I could. So she goes in on that and dies, which means we are most likely not going to win this team fight, but I can go ahead and still be annoying. But yeah, we are going to start dropping like flies here, which means no problem. I'm going to get out. I have mines. And unfortunately, our Mercy gets clicked on right out of spawn. But it's okay because I have mines. No one can see me yet. The Ashe can see me now, but it's fine because I'm dropping these mines. Just made the bot inaccessible. Doesn't hit everyone, but it hits exactly who it needs to. And even though she got rezzed, it doesn't matter because the mines created enough displacement and chaos for Genji and Moira to go in and be cleanup crew. As I got more used to this kind of playstyle that Wrecking Ball encourages, I was actually reminded of another game that I've been playing a lot recently. A game called Ape Out. I know, right? What a coincidence. Another game where you play as a monkey, just like Wrecking Ball. The title of Ape Out also explains the concept and is the tutorial. Just look at the screen. You know what this game is about. Since you're looking at the screen, you're probably thinking, ugh, what the hell? This isn't even an FPS. What does this have to do with Overwatch? How is this similar at all? I'm so mad in real life. Be quiet, person I've made up, and listen here. Ape Out and Overwatch have many differences, perspective and genre being the most obvious. But on a gameplay level, they are fundamentally about a lot of the same things. Those being space, positioning, natural cover, and effective range. And not dying. In Overwatch Classic, I was never thinking about playing near natural cover, or AD strafing, or holding corners, or anything like that. Because most of the time, I could just get away with standing behind the one or both shields. But in 5v5, nah, you need to know where you are on the map in relation to the nearest cover, in relation to your team, and in relation to the enemy team, or prepare to feed. Ape Out is a single-player game, yes, so drop the stuff about playing with your team, the exact same sentiment applies. You gotta know where you are, where the enemies are, what to do about it, and when to do it. Like the ball, the Ape has a large hitbox and is deadly at close range, but also has much better movement than his ranged adversaries. To complete a stage in Ape Out means engaging perfectly or not at all. The Ape can really only take 2 or 3 good hits, and sloppy decision-making often leads to having to scramble, which certainly gets the blood pumping, but also often ends in death. Every time an enemy so much as appears on the screen, the player is making choices about whether to run away, to fight immediately, maybe take cover for a few seconds and wait for enemies to move into a better spot before attacking. And then, when you engage, do you just start mashing guys around, or do you grab the biggest guy with the biggest gun and use him as a weapon/meat shield? The choice is yours, and one way isn't necessarily better than the others. It's all dependent on the specific situation and your ability to read and react to said situation. The ball does have a significant advantage over the Ape, and again, that is the third-person peek. A specific and really interesting detail about Ape Out is that despite having a bird's eye view, the player cannot see past walls that they are hiding behind. Meaning that when enemies are out of view, the challenge becomes one of memory and intuition. If the baddie saw you before you hid, they are coming for you. This time is crucial for either planning or positioning to take out or avoid the threat altogether. Some of the most fun that I've had in this game is giving giant groups of dudes the slip. Ducking behind corners, juking people out, circling back, really just being annoying. It's very fun. Make them so focused on where you were, they're not ready for where you're about to be. Even if you're not killing every enemy, simply making someone turn around and move in a certain direction can give you so much value. Sound familiar? Yes, because I'm also talking about Wrecking Ball. I started playing Ape Out after I had already been trying to improve at Overwatch for around a month or so, and I was just mind blown how many times I felt like I was moving in a certain way that I would have moved in Overwatch. It's so interesting when two completely different games encourage and reward the same kind of playstyle. And beyond that, the practice of positioning and navigating through a space with mindfulness and intention, that's just a good life skill, right? Now, I'm not saying post up strategically for unprovoked fights, more like don't lose your cool driving in a crowded parking lot. Okay, but I am saying that if you're GM in Overwatch and you beat Ape Out, you could be a Navy SEAL. Thanks for watching. Press one of the thumb buttons, leave a comment in all caps telling me how wrong or right I am. What do you think about these buffs for Ball in Season 3? I don't think he needs it, but I'll take it. Let's see where it goes. Subscribe for more videos where I talk about things that remind me of other things. Take care.